Right, and we are good to go. Sorry about the delay, everybody. Just getting my live chat up there now because, of course, that is after bloody going on me now. There we go. Apologies for that. But hello. So we have Rory in the chat. Hello there. And we have JJ in the chat. Lovely stuff. And as I say, we are now ready to get going. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. Very excited about this live stream, which... as I say, I apologise for the slight delay there. I've just bloody realised there's something else I forgot to do. Okay, there's one more thing I need to do, lads, and then we should be all good. This is the joys of being live. There's always something I forget to bloody do. And that should be that. There we go. Right, we're ready now. So, of course, last week we did play the World Cup mode, or the World's Game, I should say here, in FC26, which was a lot of fun. And I was slightly tempted to just continue the save that we had last week. But then I thought, you know what? I did say that I would eventually do this with this new game mode. And that is to attempt to win the World Cup with Ireland. Of course, I'm from Ireland. And also, Ireland didn't qualify for the World Cup as you know, I've spoke about once or twice on the channel, and I promise I'm over it. I promise I'm completely over it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I didn't cry one bit watching Czechia play South Korea the other day, wishing it was us. No, it never happened, and there's no way you can prove it happened. Let's move on. But no, in all seriousness though, it is quite cool that you can swap in nations that, you know, didn't qualify for the tournament in real life, and I thought today we'd give it a go with Ireland and see how we get on. So Ireland would have been in Group A up against Mexico, South Africa and South Korea. You know what? After watching that game the other day, South Korea and Czechia, I don't think Ireland would have won that game. I really don't. I think South Korea probably would have battered us. You know what? I feel like I should be wearing my Ireland jersey. I feel like I should probably wear my... Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm wearing a United jersey at the moment. Now, I feel like I have to wear an Ireland jersey for this stream. So just give me 2 more seconds and I promise then we'll get into some gameplay. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. It just felt wrong not wearing an Ireland jersey doing this stream with Ireland. I'm wearing the home kit from 1990. And let's hope we can party like it's 1990 here and see how Ireland get on here in this World Cup. So let's advance on through. Long as you're over it. Oh, I promise I'm over it. I have not cried once since, March, when we lost to Czechia. Not even slightly bothering me. Not even slightly. But right, here we go. New tournament. And the World's Game. Ireland. Here we go. So, I know with the teams that did qualify, it's picked the actual squads that have been selected for the World Cup, so I'm not sure how it's going to work here for Ireland. They'll probably just pick, you know, the standard team that they already have in FIFA. So the first game here is against South Africa, which wouldn't have been Ireland's first game. It would be, of course, against Korea, but look, this is a fictional world anyway, so I'm not going to focus too much on that. So yeah, this is basically a standard looking Ireland team. Kelleher in goal. Back five, Seamus Coleman, Jake O'Brien, Nathan Collins, Dara O'Shea, Ryan Manning, Ogbene, Malumbi, Taylor and Azaz, and Troy Parrott up front. Ida, Smodix, Vale, Dunn, Brown, Travers, Brady, Egan, Knight on the bench. Scales, Ferguson, Kenny, Cullen, Johnston and Bazunu. Okay, so we'll make a couple of changes here. Ireland are in the World's Game just as good as the World Cup. I'd argue it's better than the World Cup, JJ. This is the real tournament. Never mind any of that FIFA crap. FC is where it's at. It's what it's all about. Okay, Liam Scales I'm going to want on the bench because we don't have any other centre-back. So who will I take off? I'm going to take off Travers for now because I probably won't need a backup keeper. So let's swap these around. Oh, sorry, we did have a centre-back with Egan, but Scales is better, so... We'll adjust that. Oh, we had done as well. Bloody hell, I'm blind. Okay, I want Evan Ferguson on the bench as well, because as much as I love Adam Ida, 70 rated, not too sure I want that. Yeah, no Tyler Goodrum, unfortunately. Legend of the channel from the Oxford United career mode back in the day. Yeah, I think Josh Cullen, another channel legend, of course, that we had in the Turley United series. And did we have him in another series as well? Josh Cullen? Obviously, when we did the Celtic career mode, we did actually manage Ireland for a bit in that series too. And we would have used Cullen in that save. But did we use him at another club? Or am I misremembering that? I feel like I should probably be starting him as well. Yeah, we'll put him in instead of Malumbi. There we go. I mean, trying to win the World Cup with this team is going to be a challenge. This is not normally a formation that I would pick, and I'm sorry, Seamus Coleman has to be captain. No offence to Collins, great player and a great captain, but I have to give it to Seamus Coleman. 51 pace, oh god. They've done you dirty there, Shamo. They really, really have. But I think I'm pretty happy with this team. Is there anybody here that I fancy putting on the bench? Maybe Johnston actually instead of Vale. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Of course, Brady there, the man who got that famous goal against Italy almost 10 years ago. That'll be 10 years ago this month. That was the same day I finished my Leaving Cert, which is the last exam you do in school here in Ireland, in secondary school. So I finished my Leaving Cert that day and then went out to the pub to watch Ireland play Italy. And Brady got the goal, and the rest is history, as they say. What a fantastic moment that was. Sorry, now I'm going to get the live chat up on my phone as well, because God only knows it's going to disappear on me on this laptop as well. So there we go. I've got that there now. Let me just make sure it's not picking up on the mic. Lovely stuff. Right, so this is the team we're going to go with. Not normally a big fan of this formation, but I kind of want to see how it goes at first, and we can adjust accordingly the more time goes on. Do I want Finn Azaz out there? No, I'm going to put Finn Azaz in the middle, and I'm going to start Johnston. Yeah, let's go with that. Of course, we have Troy Parrott up front, who we are currently using on the channel in the Cork City career mode. The next episode will be coming out this Monday, but it's South Africa here. Actually, I've just realised I need to edit the gameplay because I guarantee it hasn't saved my settings. Yeah, let's go 3-minute halves. Keep it on legendary. We're going to go competitive gameplay. And what do I normally go with here again? Yeah, we'll go tactical. But we'll leave everything else the same. And let's get into it. So this is a game I think Ireland would win in real life against South Africa. Playing at a Central Mall Stadium, which is supposed to be, MetLife Stadium, where the final's going to be. So we're kicking things off here in New York. Ireland against South Africa. Is that a kick clash? No, it's not really. But you know what? I am actually going to put them... Do you know what? I'm going to wear this kit and they can wear that one. Yeah, why not? But let's get into it. Ireland against South Africa. I think Ireland would beat South Africa. Mexico? I don't know. I think playing Mexico in Mexico, I think we probably would have lost. And after watching Korea play against... Czechia the other day, I'm not convinced Ireland would have won that. Not convinced Ireland would have won that game either, unfortunately. Well, I mean, look, we'll never know, so I don't have to focus on it too much. But let's see what we can do here. How many red cards would South Africa get? Hopefully, the same as in real life. I would love to come up against 9 men. That would make life a hell of a lot easier. But let's get into it. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you've all been enjoying the World Cup so far. It's been quite exciting, to be honest with you. I've actually really enjoyed it. I've been lucky enough to been able to have watched every game so far. And of course, Qatar and Switzerland are going to be kicking off there in about half an hour. And I will have that game on in the background as well. So this is a bit of a watch along as well. But let's see here. Here's Seamus Coleman into Troy Parrott. Go on, Troy. Wouldn't be the first time he'd scored on the channel. As I mentioned, we do have him in the Cork City career mode. I can't believe, lads, as well, we're already on to season 6 of the Cork City series. Potentially the last season, but I'm expecting us to do at least one more. Oh, here's Finn Azaz, and Finn Azaz has put us 1-0 up here, literally right on the 11-minute mark. The Southampton man gives Ireland the lead. Oh, the country would be rocking in real life if this was the case. I'll never forget Ireland against Sweden. I think that was the anniversary of that is today. The 10-year anniversary of that game is today from Euro 2016. Wes Hoolahan scoring an absolute beauty to give us the lead. And we haven't qualified for a tournament since. It's criminal for me, for Ireland, to not be in a tournament since 2016. You know, we've had some heartbreak along the way between, you know, obviously the World Cup qualifiers a few months ago. 2018 was a real sickener as well. Yeah, it's not been a very pleasant time for Irish football in that regard. And we have some quality players like Parrott up front, you know, O'Brien in defence. Did I mention I'm related to Jake O'Brien? I don't think I've talked about that in the channel. You know, Nathan Collins there, who was on the ball a second ago. We've got some very good players. Kelleher in between the sticks. Yeah. I look at some of the teams in this World Cup, like Qatar now, who are playing Switzerland. I mean, we played Qatar in a friendly right before the World Cup started. And bloody hell, they were absolutely atrocious. They really, really were. Now, I'm not going to say Ireland were brilliant that day, but we're definitely better than bloody Qatar. As Manning goes on the run here now, but gets intercepted. Ireland mean business, good start. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how far I can get here in this career mode. I'm going to give it a few attempts with Ireland, and we might change it up later on. Play with a different team, as Caoimhín Kelleher makes the save there. Another player who we have in the Cork City career mode, actually, yeah. So we have Kelleher, O'Brien, and Parrott here, who we're all using in that series. And we've got 3 very exciting series coming up for FC27 as well, lads. The 3 teams have been locked in. I tell you what, FC25, I was very, very confident with the 3 teams I was going to be doing for a long time before we actually started those series. The very same with FC26. FC27, there were definitely some interesting choices that I was considering. But we've locked it down to the 3 teams we're going to be using. I'm very excited to share those teams with you. Even though this year I'm probably not going to announce them all ahead of time. I'll probably wait until the series themselves have started. Bloody hell, where was our defence? Foster! Good save there by Kelleher. Absolutely nobody at the back there. Shambles of a defence. South Africa now will get the corner kick. And thankfully they will head that wide of the post. But should be some interesting games tonight as well. Obviously Brazil kick off their campaign at 11 o'clock. Scotland as well, playing their first World Cup game in 28 years at 2 o'clock in the morning. Which, I don't mind staying up late for the games. You know, growing up as a wrestling fan, I was used to staying up late to watch big events. So, doing it for football, it almost kind of feels natural. I know a lot of people don't like it. I think some people prefer, you know, if the World Cup is going to be on a different time zone, they prefer having the games on earlier. I actually quite like having the games on late. Oh my god, it's half time. That absolutely flew by. Absolutely flew by. 1-0 up though. Who scored the goal? Finn Azaz. I completely forgot there for a second who got the goal. But the man who scored a beauty against Man City in the FA Cup semi-final not too long ago has gotten the goal to give us the lead here in the opening game. I just watch the games when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, I had a nap yesterday before the Canada game. And I ended up watching both the Canada and the USA games, which were a lot of fun. The Canada game, I've got a bit of a personal connection to Canada, so the 2 teams I'm shouting for really in the World Cup are Portugal and Canada. And, you know, even though my country is missing, it's nice to have a team to follow. And that made staying up late. I know the Canada game was 8 o'clock, so it wasn't that late, but considering I'd stayed up to watch the games the night before as well, I was a little bit tired. So, yeah, I might try and get a quick power nap in as well before the Brazil game, depending on what time we finish up here. Very intrigued to see how Brazil get on in this World Cup. I really, really am. Here's Johnston. Cut it back to Azaz again. Once again finding himself in a very good position there. Probably should have scored that, but forces a good save from the keeper. Manning now will whip in this corner kick. Can Parrott win the header? He can! Oh my god, what happened there? Bloody hell. Bit of a interesting chance. But unfortunately doesn't beat the keeper. Here's Ogbene now. Go on, have a go, lad. Ogbene! Ooh, I thought it was going to sneak in there for a sec. I might make a change. I'm Manning at left back. I tell you what, I'm not really a big fan of him so far. I'm going to put Scales there. I was tempted to bring on Brady, but we'll go with Scales. The Celtic man, who has played left back before. Let's whip this one in. Yet again. Cullen in towards Azaz. Bloody hell. Is anybody but Finn Azaz going to actually get a chance for us in this game? I think Brazil will be average at best, but quarterfinals I see them getting to. I wouldn't sleep on Brazil, to be honest with you. I think Brazil, I'm not saying they'll win it, but they've... Look, I'm not going to say this is like the Brazil teams of old. It's not a 2002 Brazil or anything like that, but I think they have some decent players that can do damage. And you see, the thing with teams like Brazil is, they're used to playing in this type of climate. Like, that is going to play a big role in this tournament. I think we've kind of already seen that to a certain extent with some of the teams. But, yeah, I think Brazil will be absolutely fine with that. And I hope Brazil do well. Listen, a great footballing nation who have produced some amazing players over the years. And obviously Cunha plays for them as well, and Casemiro. So for that reason as well, I'd like to see Brazil have a good World Cup. I wouldn't complain if Brazil won it. Troy Parrott. Oh, brilliant. Troy Parrott scores. In other news, water is wet. Brilliant stuff there. 20 minutes to go. And surely now we've sealed the 3 points here in the first World Cup game. Lovely finish from the real-life AZ player. But he is linked with a move away. I think Ipswich are linked with Troy Parrott at the moment. I feel like he could do a little bit better than Ipswich. I'm not saying that Troy Parrott would be starting up front for Real Madrid or anything at the moment, but I feel like he could play for a decent Premier League team, not necessarily just a newly promoted one. Might make some more changes here. 20 minutes to go. Seamus Coleman is absolutely knackered. And as we found out last time, fatigue actually does carry over into the following games. So you know what? Let's put Scales there. Swap O'Shea and him around. And we'll bring on Brady. And you know what? We'll give Parrott a rest as well. And we'll bring on Evan Ferguson. Real Madrid fans will take him over Mbappe. Probably. But yeah, what a career he's had. What a decent spell of his career he's had, I should say, recently, Troy Parrott. It's great to see. It really is. And he was one of the players I felt the most sorry for, when we didn't qualify after, the couple of goals against Portugal, the hat-trick against Hungary. It was just... It just felt like he was destined to play in this tournament. But thankfully for Troy Parrott, though, time is on his side, and he could be one of those that could still play in a World Cup for Ireland, as Foster very nearly pulls one back there. He could still play in the 2030 World Cup if Ireland qualify, and obviously we'll have the Euros in between then as well, which hopefully we'll qualify for as well. But yeah, it's a real shame that he had to miss out after having so many amazing moments. Ooh. Oh, and the lead up, oh my goodness me. What happened there? Kelleher dived for the initial shot, ended up getting blocked, fell right back for Foster. And South Africa are back in it with 10 minutes to go. And they haven't got a man sent off yet, so they should look at that as a success. Yeah, it was Collins with the block. Kelleher had already committed to save the first chance, but it landed kindly for the real-life Burnley man. And South Africa are back in it. This game, not over yet. But I think we'll be able to hold on. That was a bit of a freak goal, so I won't get too worried about it. But let's see if we can get this third goal just to calm one or two nerves. Here's Brady now. Knows all about scoring big goals for Ireland. Finn Azaz, who's had a good game so far, but then he gives the ball away. Curse of the commentator there. Here's a shithole. I don't care if that's not actually his name. That's what I'm referring to him as. Of course, he is one of the players that got sent off. I'd say he's heard that joke throughout his whole life, so I actually feel kind of bad saying that. But yeah, oh fucking hell. Oh, he's offside. My heart. Oh my god. I thought we were about to concede there in the last minute. They're making a very late change. And you know what? I'm going to do that as well, just to run down the clock a little bit. Let's bring on Smodics for Azaz. And who else will I bring on? We'll bring on Egan as well. For literally no reason other than why not. Hilarious World Cup he had. Yeah, not a great start. Not a great start. And could have already played his last game in the World Cup after getting that red card. Why is Scales wearing number 9? Hold on a second. My centre-back is wearing number 9. What is going on there? Okay, I need to try and see if I can change that. I am not happy with that at all. Only thought of this when watching the opening game, Mexico-South Africa. That was the same opener in 2010. Yeah, they were talking about that a lot before the game. The famous goal from Shabalala, I think is how you say his name. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I think they've literally only met twice, Mexico and South Africa, and both times it was in the opening game of the World Cup. And one of those teams, of course, both of those teams experienced that fixture being the host nation, which is pretty cool. Okay, I need to see if I can change this. Because why is a centre-back wearing number 9? I mean, William Gallas wore number 10 back in the day, to be fair, but please tell me I can change that. I can't change it! Are you serious? Oh my god, that's really annoying. Obviously, Parrott wears number 7. I'd assumed Ida was going to wear number 9, but he wears number 10. And Evan Ferguson wears number 13, but Liam Scales wears number 9. Oh my god, this game can be so stupid sometimes, it really can. But anyways, it's Mexico up next, speaking of one of the host nations. So, where are we actually playing this game? Okay, we're playing this one in Vancouver. Or BMO, is that Vancouver or Toronto? I always forget. It's definitely Canada. Sorry, that's Toronto, my apologies. So, we're not actually playing Mexico in Mexico like we would have in real life. I thought the formation was okay for that game. But I wasn't a big fan of Manning. So, I think what I'm going to do is take him off. I think I might just start Brady. Yeah, I'm going to start Brady instead of Scales. I'm probably never going to play Liam Scales again, considering he's a centre-back who wears number 9. I'm all for unique numbers, but there are some numbers that just look wrong in certain areas of the pitch. And a centre-back wearing number 9, I can't be having that. So Brady's going to start this game. Manning drops to the bench. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And let's see if we can get a result here against the Mexicans. Love ITV's intro for the World Cup because it has the song Life is a Highway. Yeah, I haven't watched much of ITV's coverage so far. I watched the first game on RTE, which is the channel here in Ireland. And I watched yesterday's games on BBC. So, are the games... What channel are the games on tonight? Let's have a look here. Qatar, Switzerland is on RT2. Okay, it doesn't say the English channel that it's on, but it's definitely on RTE, so actually I might get that ready there in a second, just so we have it on. Brazil-Morocco is on BBC, thank God. Yeah, RTE's coverage is, let's just say very droll. Very, very droll. ITV. Yeah, no, we do have ITV as well over here. But it can be a little bit awkward to get. Like, BBC is just on Sky, but you have to go to get ITV. You actually have to manually add it via Sky. Let me actually make sure I have that game on in the background though, because it's about 15 minutes away from kicking off. Qatar, Switzerland. Not a game I'm particularly overly bothered about, but just in case it ends up being an absolute classic of a game, which is possible. I'm just going to make sure I have it on here in the background as the Mexican national anthem plays. Bloody hell, Sky Go takes ages to load up, doesn't it? I could get it on the RT player, but I've committed to Sky Go now, so we may as well wait for it to load up. TV guide. There we go. Oh, there's James McLean doing a bit of punditry. And do I still have the live chat here? Yes, I do. Let me just maybe pop it out. Might make sense. There we go. Sorry now, lads. I'm just trying to make sure that I still have my chat and that I have the game on in the background. And there we go. The American pundit who called James Corden a fucking wanker. I heard, do you know, it's funny, I heard about that before I actually saw the video, and I thought, maybe he just called him a wanker. Surely he didn't say fucking wanker. No, he called him a fucking wanker. And he's right, James Corden is a bit of a fucking wanker. Oh, I've lost my fucking live chat. There we go. Yeah, Henri's reaction was hilarious. Can't beat American TV for stuff like that. You really can't. But anyways, bloody hell. I nearly forgot that I had a game to play myself here. Ireland against Mexico. A game that should be quite interesting here. And let's see if we can get the 3 points. Good tackle there by Jake O'Brien, as you can probably tell. My bloody live chat's gone again. Okay, there it's back. My apologies. Here's Johnston. I feel like if we are going to win this game, we have to get the first goal. I think Mexico are going to be a very difficult team to come from behind against. Parrott! Oh, it's in! I thought he'd missed it there for a second as I burped mid-sentence. Troy Parrott gives Ireland the lead here. 2-2 for him. He can't stop scoring. The modern day Robbie Keane. Let's see this again. Brady with a really good run there. Already in like the opening 6 minutes of this game, I can tell you Robbie Brady feels 10 times better than Ryan Manning. I don't think I'm ever going to play Manning again in this live stream, lads. He is far too bloody slow. But Parrott is certainly someone who's not too slow, and he has given us the lead here against the Mexicans. Bloody hell, lads, it is absolutely roasting here. Or it was absolutely roasting here today. Fucking hell, I'm really feeling the heat. That's why I said I'd stream a bit later. If I started this stream even an hour earlier, it would have just been far too hot. Oh my god, and straight away, Mexico go up the other end and get the equaliser. In typical FC26 fashion, as soon as I take the lead, I end up letting one in. Let's see this again. Darragh O'Shea. Yeah, brought him out a bit too far there. Kelleher was never going to be able to stop that. It's a really good finish as well. He could have squared it, but he had to go himself right into that top corner. And almost as soon as going in front, we end up letting one in straight away. Yeah, this could be a bit of a crazy game here. Oh my god, Jake O'Brien, what's going on there? Why do my players feel so slow? Honestly, Jake O'Brien is not a slow player. That's one thing he certainly isn't, despite the fact he's about 7'10". Here he is again. Seamus Coleman, who, to be fair, is a bit slow in this game. At, what was it, 55 pace we were saying earlier? Here's Luis Chavez now, someone who we have used on the channel before. And that thankfully goes wide of the post. Quinones, I think is how you say that guy's name. Of course, he got the opening goal of the tournament. This actually went out for a corner. And I think he won that corner there, or the header there, I should say, Montez. But thankfully goes over the bar. This ain't Gaelic, lad. You ain't getting a point for that. And also, they tend not to head the ball in Gaelic football, but still. Right, here's Parrott again. I feel like we haven't had the ball up their end of the pitch since scoring. It's going to have a shot from distance there. Great tackle, though, from Chavez again. Luis Chavez now back out to Gallardo, another former Cloyne United player. Hard to believe that series was 3 years ago. I mean, most of you probably didn't even see it, so it was long before we were growing the channel, and I really appreciate all the support over the last few years, lads. I really, really do. But I don't appreciate the fact that Mexico are on the attack here, but Kelleher does really well. But no, I think we're on 958 subscribers at the moment, so we're, what, 42 now away from hitting 1,000, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you to everybody who has hit that subscribe button in recent times. And just in general, I really, really do appreciate it. Would you believe I made this YouTube channel 15 years ago next month? Was when I actually created the channel. But I didn't start making career mode content on it until a few years ago. And I tell you what, lads, I haven't looked back. It's been an absolute blast. It would be an absolute blast as well here if we could take the lead right at the end of the half. Oh, Ogbene won the header. Oh, Parrott nearly got there. Keeper ends up winning it though. Unlucky. What a big chance that would have been. Would have been the perfect time to take the lead as well, right on the stroke of half time. Here they come again. Collins does well to win that header. It looks like it's going to be 1-1 going into the half-time break. Which, look, not the end of the world. Referee's probably going to blow the whistle. Yes, he is. Bit of a mixed first half. We obviously got off to a great start, but then literally less than 3 minutes later, we let one in. And Mexico kind of dominated the game for a bit after that, but towards the end there, I think we started to have the momentum swing in our favour. But it's all square going into the second 45. Come on the Irish, says Dominic. Welcome to the chat. That just reminded me as well. There we go. Right, I'm not going to make any changes at half-time. It's going to be as you were coming into this second half. And let's see if we can go on and get the winner. I think even if we get a draw from this game, though, we should be okay. South Korea then in the last game, which will be tough, but 4 points from the opening 2 games should be enough for us to go through. Here's Cullen. Still like to get the 3 points, though. Finn Azaz had a really good performance against South Africa. I think Brady's going to be offside. Yes, he is. Yeah, Brady's definitely a lot quicker than Manning, but neither of them are particularly fast. Oh, no. No. Nobody got near him. Kelleher having to make the save there. Unbelievable. Mexico get the corner now. Chavez to take it. In towards Vega. Oh, well done, Collins. Otuogbene, he certainly does have the pace. He's got nobody up in support. Up to Johnston, who's on the opposite flank to what he should be on, but I won't complain at the moment because he's going on a good run here. Not a bad effort, but it was a tight angle. Had to force a decent save from the keeper, though. But Cullen comes over here now to take this corner. Easy for me to say. Cleared away, out to Brady. Go on, have the power shot, lad. Brady! Literally nowhere near. Did it take a deflection? Oh, it did, sorry. My apologies. I thought he had just blasted it wide. Cullen again. Cleared away again. Jake O'Brien. Go on, lad. Jake O'Brien. That took a deflection too. That did take it. I'm sorry, no. That took a deflection. At least it looked like it did. Apparently not. Okay, I will make some changes. Again, Coleman's knackered. So I'll put O'Brien at right back. And I will bring on Liam Scales, even though he wears number 9. It's so stupid. Swap him and O'Shea. I'll keep Brady on for now. I'll take Azaz off and bring on Smodics. And yeah, I think that's all we'll do for now. 25 minutes to go. Still anyone's game here, but we have had the majority of the chances here in the second half. Well, we've had the only chances, really, haven't we? Oh no, Kelleher did have to make one save, to be fair. Oh, they pass it around so smoothly, Mexico. I'm starting to kind of not like this formation, to be honest with you. Seems if Jake O'Brien scores the winner in the World's game, I'll tell you what, at the moment he's going to have to stop Mexico from scoring the bloody winner here. I tell you who is stopping them at the moment is Kevin Kelleher. My God, 2 brilliant saves here now in this second half. We're really lucky not to be behind. In one way, we're unlucky not to be in front. In another way, we should be losing this game 3-1. Work that one out. Oh, he's managed to keep that in. Oh, no, no. Oh, he probably should have had the shot there. He tried to lay it off, but we won't complain. Johnston. Go on, lad. Oh, well done. There's Parrott. Doing a Harry Kane on it. Dropping very deep. Oh, brilliant. It is Jake O'Brien. Oh, my God. Are you serious? He actually nearly did score the winner. Ah, it's a weak as piss shot, though. The keeper ended up catching it. Oh, now we might be in trouble here. Mexico on the attack again. They just feel so much quicker than we do. They really do. Vega, brilliant stuff. Kelleher, though, with another save. A hat-trick of saves here in this second half. 9 minutes to go now. Raul Jimenez, another goal scorer. In real life for Mexico. Team's about to leave the tunnel. Yeah, I've got the game on here in the background. I have it on here. Qatar and Switzerland. As I say, not a game I'm overly excited about, but you never know! Oh my God, it could end up being a great game. And I tell you what, to give credit where it's due, that was a really great goal. Oh, it's a beautiful strike. Was it Vega? I think it was. Scales unable to win the header. Yeah, it's a good finish, but it's poor defending. Oh no, it's not Vega. Who is it? Oh, whoever the hell it was. It's a Mexican player who scored. That's all that really matters at this stage. And we could be about to lose our first game here, which means it could be all to play for in the Korea game. That's a terrible place to give away the ball. Is Montez. We need to win this back quickly. No, I think this game is done. It's so hard to get the ball off of. 3 added minutes. Win that header, win that header. Oh my god, how are we not winning the header? That's really disappointing. Okay, we've won it back here. Ogbene, go on, lad. Oh, Parrott, I was trying to play him in, but I couldn't find him. Ogbene's going to keep going on his own, and that's going to be that. 2-1. Yeah, I think we threw away that game. We only have ourselves to blame for not getting the win there. Mexico get the job done. And that means it could be a grandstand finish here against South Korea. Not going to be an easy game. Let's have a look here at how the table is looking going into this final game. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we probably will be one of the better third place teams. Because we're on 3 points. Let's see here. Yeah. Like, if we get a draw from this game, we should go through. When you look at some of the other groups there. How many other teams? So Bosnia on 3 points. USA on 2 points. Scotland have lost both their games. Egypt on 3 points. Sweden on 3 points. Norway, Algeria. Okay, actually, maybe a point mightn't be enough. 8 teams in third place. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, are we one of the best third place teams? That's what I'm looking at here. There's quite a few teams on 3 points. So maybe we might... Yeah, we're better off going for the win. Just to be on the safe side. Finish second and have no doubt about going through. Okay, I love you, Seamus Coleman, but I'm not going to start you for this game. We will bring in Scales, who was kind of at fault for that second goal, but I'll give him a chance. And I kind of like Smodics when he played in that game, so we'll put him in there as well. And yeah, I'm going to stick with the formation for now, but we might change it later on. I don't think we need to wear the away kit for this game. Yeah, we can put them in the away kit. What do you make of third place teams going through? I don't mind it, to be honest with you. I know some people don't like it. I mean, when you have a tournament this big, it wouldn't really make sense to not have some of the third place teams go through. And I mean, Ireland benefited from the third place rule in the Euros back in 2016. Ireland were one of the better third place teams that went through. So, you know, I'd be a hypocrite if I complained about, oh, third place teams shouldn't be advancing on through when my country literally has benefited from it before. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I think it makes for some interesting matchups as well in the round of 32. I think, you know, for me, the complaint isn't necessarily third place teams going through. It's probably just the main complaint I think people have is the fact that this World Cup might just be a bit too big. But, yeah. As I say, I don't mind it. But I will mind if we get knocked out here, so hopefully we can get a win here. A draw probably should be enough, but a win will obviously make certain of it. Because we would jump up into second place. There's Parrott now. He's had a good stream so far. And I remember saying in the Everton career mode, because I had Troy Parrott on the shortlist then, and that was right around the time he'd scored the hat-trick against Hungary. And I was like, I probably won't sign him in this series. Oh, I bloody did not mean to start Manning. I knew I was forgetting to make a change, but whatever. He's starting now, so it is what it is. But I said I wasn't going to sign Parrott in that series, but I knew I was going to sign him in the Cork City series, but I really thought I'd be signing him on the verge of him playing in the World Cup. So yeah, it's a real shame. But hey, at least he's playing in it in this universe. Collins heads that one away. Oh, and Heung-min Son with a very decent chance there. Kelleher making another brilliant save as the Korean captain comes over to take this corner. Decent ball in. Another good save by Kelleher. He's probably been player of this stream so far, Kevin Kelleher. Oh, but we're looking to hit them on the break here. Ogbene runs right into the bloody defender. Well, the midfielder technically. Oh my god, Korea are feeling even more difficult to play against than Mexico. If we lose this game, it could be a problem. Here's Parrott, though. Johnston. Make the run, lad. Over the top. Ball over the top. Johnston. Tried to hit it on the volley, but the defender put him off. Here's Jake O'Brien now. We're playing it right back today. Ogbene into O'Brien. Jake O'Brien. Oh my God, right at the keeper. Probably should have squared it. But we get the corner, which Manning is going to take. He shouldn't even be in the starting 11. I completely forgot to take him out. Headed away to Liam Scales, the centre-back with the number 9 on the back of his jersey. That's really annoying. It's actually really irritating me, to be honest with you. I really don't know why he's been given that number. Look, whatever. Let's not focus on it too much. Can't get too distracted here. Good header there by O'Shea. O'Brien now. Cullen. My God. That was meant for bloody Smodics, and you're trying to give it to Johnston. It's nowhere near where I was aiming it. Oh, Manning gets absolutely done there. Yeah, going to be 1-0 here. Yeah. Unbelievable stuff. That's a mixture of me not taking my chances, but also a bit of E8's kicking in as well. 50-50. Right. Look, we can't dwell on it too much. We need to get right back into this game. I think if we lose this game, I doubt we'll be one of the better third place teams going through. Manning. Oh, go on. Oh my God, what a shit pass. What a shit pass. Oh, it's Heung-min Son. Yeah, if they score a second, we're doomed. There's not a hope we're going to be coming from 2-0 down against South Korea, who are a very well organised team. I need to get my fan here in a second because it's absolutely baking in this room at the moment. I'm actually going to get it right now. Oh my God, I love the nice weather, but Irish houses are not built to... they're not built for the heat. Let me just pause this game here for a sec. You're probably going to hear some background noise here now, lads, so I do apologise, but it's too warm in this bloody room. 2 seconds there now. Oh my God, I can't even fucking see the USB. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Right. Okay, a minute to go here before half-time. Oh, Jake O'Brien, you absolute twat. And I'm allowed to say that because I'm related to him. You absolute fucking prick, Jake O'Brien. Just stupid fucking ginger hair. Again, we're related. I'm allowed to say that. Heung-min Son with a really good finish, but Jake O'Brien absolutely handed him that on a plate. Ridiculous stuff. Oh, fucking hell. 2-0 down. Yeah. And this first attempt at trying to win the World Cup with Ireland, yeah, doesn't look like it's going to be a successful one. I would be shocked beyond belief if we end up getting out of this group. Okay, Brady's coming on for Manning because he's just absolutely shot. Okay, I'm changing this formation. I can't be dealing with this formation, to be honest with you. This 5-4-1 flat. Let's go... What am I going to go with? Tempted to go with 2 strikers. You know what, let's use the formation that we use in the Cork City career mode. Hang on now. Which would be this one. 4-1-3-2. Let's see what we can do with this. So... Who am I going to take off? I think Cullen... Actually, no, Smodics... Yeah, Smodics can come off. Because he hasn't really played that well. We'll bring on Evan Ferguson. Scales. I actually might keep Scales at CDM, to be honest with you. I think I might stick with this and see how this goes. I probably should bring on Finn Azaz, actually. Yeah, Joe, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take off O'Shea, because he's a bit more tired than Scales. Or actually, is he? Oh, no, he's not. They're roughly the same. I prefer playing with Scales, so we'll take O'Shea off. Bring on Azaz. We'll go with this formation. We'll see what happens. But we need to get back into this game quickly, because right now we are crashing out of the World Cup Or it seems like we are in the group stage. If we were one of the better third place teams, I think that's more of a reflection on the teams that didn't qualify than it is on us. Because we have not been at it at all. Here's Johnston now. That's not what I meant to do, but thankfully it worked out. Back with Colin. Oh my god. It's been a frustrating couple of games. It really has. Evan Ferguson. What is it with not being able to get beyond the defender? Just take him out. That's a bit of frustration. That is purely down to a bit of frustration there. Josh Cullen. With a bit of a... oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, it was Azaz, sorry. I thought it was Josh Cullen. It's Finn Azaz. And no sooner than he comes on, he's getting his marching orders. It's like Steven Gerrard against United back in 2015 all over again. Finn Azaz gets a straight red card. But the Korea manager's bloody loving it. And not only are we 2-0 down, we are down to 10 men. God. Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong for us here. Come on. Evan Ferguson. Ball over the top. Troy Parrott. Oh, okay. Lovely stuff. Oh, Ogbene. Oh, bloody hell! Again, takes forever to blow the whistle. It was a lovely bit of play. It's the best bit of play we've had all game, and it happens right as we get a man sent off. Maybe we need to do that more often. Just get someone sent off and things seem to instantly improve. It would have been a great time to score as well and pull one back, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Oh, good header. Kelleher now into Johnston. Oh, good ball to Evan Ferguson. God, we're actually playing so much better. Yeah, we are playing better with 10 men, JJ. We really are. Please tell me he's onside there, Parrott. Time your bloody run, lads. Oh, my God. Two brilliant positions we've been in the last couple of minutes, but both times offside. Unbelievable stuff. Oh, that's a good ball. If they get a third goal, it's game, set and match. Yeah. Okay, we're done. We're done. No, that's not what I wanted to bloody jump to. Sim to the end. 4-0. We've been absolutely battered here by South Korea. Oh, my God. And it was two decent chances there. Yeah, we were never going to be one of the better third place teams there. Okay, attempt number 1 has not gone to plan. Let's give this a second attempt here with Ireland. I don't really want to play. Okay, do you know what? Let's sim. Let's sim it against Korea this time and see if we go through. Oh my God, we actually won! Ogbene in the 85th minute. I was going to start a brand new tournament, but it's allowed me to go in and play the Korea game again, and we've ended up winning it. Maybe we need to quick sim games more often. Oh, wouldn't you just know it? Wouldn't you just know it? Who do we play in the round of 32? None other than Canada. The team who I'm actually supporting in the World Cup in real life. I have a deep personal connection with this country. So, excuse me. So this should be quite an interesting one. And of course, Ireland and Canada did play last week in a friendly in Montreal. It ended in a 1-1 draw. So let's see what happens here between the Irish and the Canucks. Okay, Seamus Coleman is knackered again. Okay, Ryan Manning, get out of here. Seamus Coleman, yeah, I love you, lad, but he's too tired. So we'll start with Liam Scales. And is there anybody here in the reserves I kind of fancy giving a go? Not really. Yeah, let's stick with that. Probably should have changed the formation, but no, we'll stick with this one for now. And here we go. Ireland against Canada. Two countries with a lot of respect for one another. But we're not going to show them any respect here in this game, though. And funnily enough, this is being played in the stadium we used in the Montreal career mode last season. So that's pretty cool to see. You know what? In terms of like views, that was probably one of my well, it was one of my lower performing series, but I had so much fun in that Montreal career mode. I really, really did. Obviously, we had a transfer policy in that game, or in that series, I should say, where we could only sign players from French-speaking parts of the world, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. So, who knows? Maybe down the line, we might do a career mode like that again. But now we need to focus on beating the Canadians here in the round of 32 of the World Cup. And Ireland have gotten to a World Cup quarter-final before. That's the furthest we've gotten in this tournament. So let's see if we can, at the very least, go one better in this stream and try and get to the semi-finals. I'm still going to try and win it, but if we can get to a semi-final, that would be absolutely amazing. Oh, there's Josh Cullen. Go on, lad. Cullen! Oh, a bit of a tight angle. St. Clair with a decent save. Out for a corner. We'll take it short. Scales, go on. You're wearing number 9, lad. Let's see what your finishing's like. Oh, he's won a penalty! Fair play! Okay, I was going to say he doesn't even get the shot off, but Alphonso Davies takes out Liam Scales, and Ireland have a penalty here against Canada. First 5 minutes of Qatar, Switzerland got some quality. Yeah, I've got it on here. And, let's see here. What's just after happening here? That was a decent chance there. Nearly had the opening goal. But right, we've got a penalty here. Troy Parrott up against Dane St. Clair. In front of the Irish fans. And it's a brilliant finish by Troy Parrott. Can't stop scoring. Beautiful stuff. And Ireland take the lead here against Canada. The ref cam, I understand why you hate POV so much. Sickness feeling. Yeah, I don't mind the real life one as much. Mainly because at least it stays focused on what's in front of it. What annoys me about the FIFA one, or FC one, whatever the hell you want to call it, is that it kind of... It's, you know... When you're clean through on goal, it's showing the POV camera, and then for some reason the POV camera will like fully turn to the left, and it just hurts to watch. Really, really does. So yeah, I was really glad when because I remember in FC25 you weren't able to turn it off, so I assumed you weren't able to turn it off in FC26 as well. But shout out to Andy Peters who let me know that you actually could turn it off, and yeah, it's made such a big difference because every time, especially when you'd score a decent goal and you'd actually want to see the replay, and then the replay they give you is the POV one, and you're like, okay, now I wish I hadn't even bloody scored the goal because it's just so bloody annoying to look at. Really is. So yeah, it's good to know you can turn it off. Good tackle there by Buchanan, who's quite a decent player. Sorry, real life one is just moving camera like WWE production. Yeah, I don't mind it too much. Sometimes it's actually quite a decent view of, you know, whatever chance or moment is just after happening in a game. But again, it kind of depends on where the referee is standing as well, because sometimes you can barely see anything. Like that, I'm sorry now, this is one thing that pisses me off about this game. How they can win the ball back like that, and it just falls perfectly at the feet of one of the opposition players. It's a good interception there by Collins, but that would never happen the other way around. Well, that's a good tackle, but thankfully it comes back to Robbie Brady. Saz now to Ogbene. Now to Jake O'Brien. He scored an own goal in this fixture last week. Go on, Ogbene, power shot. Oh. And Ogbene actually got the equaliser in that game as well. Troy Parrott missed a penalty, and Ogbene ended up scoring the rebound. Just keeping an eye on the game here. Qatar, Switzerland. So I might be a little bit behind only because I have it on Sky Go here at the moment. Oh, Johnston's done well there, but of course Johnston intercepted Johnston there. No relation. And thankfully that was offside. Oh my god, it's a terrible pass. I was just going to say Alistair Johnston. He was one of my favourite players to use in the Celtic career mode. And from what I know, he was eligible to play for Northern Ireland, which is kind of interesting, but of course he declared for his country of birth, Canada, which makes sense because Northern Ireland is not even a country. Sorry, I always have to throw in a little jab there every now and again. Love to get this second goal here, though. It's Finazaz. Our to Troy Parrott. Oh, good ball. Colin. Ogbene. 2-0. Lovely stuff. Scored against Canada in real life last week. He's done it here now in the World's game. 2-0. Right on the stroke of half time. And surely that's Ireland into the last 16 of the World Cup. We're not going to jump to result. We're not going to sim to the end. We will play the second half. But 2-goal cushion. Gives us some breathing room. And that should be enough here. I can't get the Switzerland and Qatar match on my Sky Go app. Yeah, I don't really know why, to be honest with you, Diarmid. It's working fine for me. So, yeah, not too sure what's happening there. But what I do know is happening is that we are winning this game 2-0. Right, Brady is tired, and because I don't want too much fatigue, I will bring on Manning for the second half. But, or actually no, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Scales left back, and I'm going to bring on Egan. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's the only change I'm going to make. As Canada get things kicked off here. Jonathan David's had a bit of a quiet game so far. The real-life Juventus man. The man who scored the winner for us in the Montreal series in the Champions League final. That's... God, was that a year ago this month? I'm pretty sure that was June last year we finished that series. Where does the time go, eh? Where does the time go? Oh, good ball. Ogbene. 3-0. Yeah. Too easy. I have to say I'm a little bit disappointed with how Canada have played here in this game. But Ogbene with his second and our third. And I think I'm going to make the rest of my changes here. And we will jump to result and get into the next game. So we'll take off Azaz. We'll bring on Knight. We'll bring on Ferguson for Parrott. And we'll bring on Smodics for Johnston. Is that all my changes? I think it is. Oh no, we'll bring on Manning for Scales as well. May as well now. So let me just make sure these subs come on. Have they? Yes, they have. And we'll jump to the end, or sim to the end, I should say. And 4-0, Evan Ferguson with the goal off the bench. I won't celebrate. I won't celebrate against Canada. Too much respect and love for them. Right, let's see. Who will we be playing? So we're going to be playing either Japan or Morocco. Interesting stuff. In the round of 16. Let's find out. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Japan. I was kind of hoping it would be Morocco because Japan, I feel like, are going to be very similar to South Korea in terms of just a really well-disciplined, energetic team who never seem to get tired. And we know how deadly Japan can be. Of course, we actually used them in this mode last week, which was a hell of a lot of fun. So this should be an interesting game. So I'm going to take a quick toilet break. Think about how I want to approach this game, and we'll see what happens then with this fixture. As yes, Switzerland have just gotten a penalty here against Qatar. Okay, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hold it. Let's get a live reaction here. I didn't actually see the incident. Ooh, this looks like a bad one. Keeper looks completely knocked out here. Oh God. Hold on. Yeah, could be offside there. And, oof. Yeah, keeper's come flying out. Nasty collision. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be given. Right, okay. I'm going to have to pause this because I am absolutely dying for a piss. So yeah, I'll be back there in 2 seconds. Right, and we are back. As Switzerland... Oh, excuse me, Switzerland have just taken the lead against Qatar. Let's get my live chat back up here. Where is my bloody live chat? There it is. There we go. So, yeah. Hang on. Oh yeah, I am back. Sorry, I thought my stream wasn't working there for a second. My apologies. Sorry, lads. I've so many bloody tabs open here. I'm trying to get the Qatar-Switzerland game back up there. There we go. And we have the chat back up as well. Montage223, hello there. Welcome to the stream. Right. Okay. Japan against Ireland here in the last 16 of... Is this the last 16, isn't it? Yeah, it is the last 16 of the World Cup. I've only been gone for 5 minutes and I've already forgotten what stage of the competition I'm in. Okay, so Brady's done really well so far, so we're going to keep him in the team. I'm also going to... No, I'm going to stick with Seamus Coleman for this game. No, I'm not. I'm sorry, Seamus. I love you. I can't. He'll be on the bench. We are going to stick with Liam Scales, and Smodics can come in again. Actually, no. Do you know what? For this game, I feel like we need someone like Malumbi in the midfield. I feel like this game could suit him, so that's who we're going to go with. Canada played well last night against Bosnia. I don't know if I would say Canada played well. I think Canada were a bit disappointed with that performance. In one way, they were lucky to get the draw. In another way, they were unlucky not to win. It was a bit of a weird game. Let's go in the away kit. Why not? I was talking to my friend Brian, who's from Canada, after the game, and he was quite disappointed with the performance. But I still think Canada will end up qualifying. I think they will. I don't think they'll finish any lower than third in that group, and they probably will be one of the better third place teams in the tournament. So I don't think they're in danger of getting knocked out or anything like that. They probably will be Qatar. Switzerland will be a very tough game, but I think they should be fine. Hopefully they will anyway, because I need to have the teams I'm shouting for stay in it as long as possible to distract myself from the fact that Ireland aren't in the tournament. So Canada and Portugal are the two teams that I'm shouting for, so hopefully they'll be in the tournament for as long as possible. Roberto Mancini going back to manage the Italian team for a second time. I hope he fails. Simply because of the fact that he's the first manager to win the Premier League at Man City. I will never forgive him for that. Who do you got winning the World Cup? Personally, I think Spain, but France might. I think France. France, I would say, are the favourites. I kind of hope they don't win it, and it's not because I necessarily have anything against the French. I don't know. I'd love to see Portugal win it, obviously, for the likes of Bruno Fernandes and Cristiano Ronaldo, but also just to see somebody different win it. I'd love that, to see a team win the World Cup this year who's never won it. You know, whether that'll happen or not, I don't think it will happen. But that's what I'd love to see. But if I had to give you an answer as to who I think will win it, I do think that France will win it. One thing that you can almost guarantee, though, is that the final of this World Cup is going to be nowhere near as crazy as the final of the 2022 World Cup. If it is, then bloody hell, I'll be delighted, but I can't see it happening, unfortunately. But it should be interesting to see how it goes. Honestly, I'm just so glad that we have the World Cup. That we have, the World Cup on this summer. I really, really am glad to see it. It's nice to have some proper football to watch in the summer as Troy Parrott gives us the lead here against Japan. Just seen on Twitter the player is offside when the header is won. There'll be some controversy about that then. I'll have to see it again. I only saw it once, to be honest with you, right before I went to the loo, so I'll have to see it again. But yeah, if that ends up being the goal that wins this game, I think there'll be a lot of controversy. Your Cork City career mode is going excellent. Thank you very much, Diarmid. I've really enjoyed. I think it's probably the series I've enjoyed the most so far on the channel, for a multitude of different reasons. The Celtic series is still the most successful, technically, in terms of viewership and numbers, but the Cork City career mode is probably my favourite one I've done up to this point. It's been so much fun. It really has. And obviously, you know, they're my local team. So that was always going to be something that was going to make it quite, you know, quite exciting. But genuinely, from the first episode right up until the most recent episode this Friday, which was what, episode 3 of season 6, I think it was. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I've enjoyed every single second of it. I really have. And I just can't believe that, you know, we're basically at the back end of it now. We're only going to be doing one more season max. Like, there'll be no more than 7 seasons. So, it's crazy to think that it's nearly coming to an end. But I've enjoyed every second of it. So, glad to see that a lot of you have enjoyed it too, as Japan back on level terms here. Good finish there. Really well worked goal. Yeah. Something about Japan and South Korea. They're just really, really difficult to come up against. Again, Liam Scales probably should have done a bit better there. Let his man get ahead of him. And they get the equaliser. Shaquille Van Persie is a very good player in FC 26. Yeah, he is. I just still can't believe we live in a world where Robin Van Persie's son is old enough to play professional football. Like, that's scary to me. Like, it's crazy because Zlatan's son is in the game. Van Persie's son is in the game. Kai Rooney will be in the game in the next couple of years. Ronaldo's son will be in the game in the next couple of years. Like, it's just crazy to think that all these incredible players that, you know, we grew up watching and now their kids are playing now. It's unbelievable. But what I love about Shaquille Van Persie is that he is quite literally a carbon copy of his dad. 6'1", left-footed, striker, as Troy Parrott wins the header there, but right into the arms of Suzuki. He's quite literally a regen of his father, which is amazing. He's had a bit of a slow start to Season 6, but there's plenty of time to make up for it. He's going nowhere. Honestly, Shaquille Van Persie could have a rubbish season and I still wouldn't sell him. Simply because I was such a big fan of his dad. Oh, here's Maeda. Oh, good save by Kelleher. Let's make sure we don't concede on the stroke of half-time here. Good catch by Kelleher again. 1-1 here at half-time. Interesting stuff. Oh, they were just showing the fucking replay of the Switzerland penalty, and I missed it. No, they're not going to show it again. Okay, whatever. Oh, crap. I wanted to see if there was any changes we were going to make at half-time. No, I think I'm happy. Actually, I will make one change. Malumbi can come off and we'll bring on Azaz. There we go. Can't believe you beat Man City 5-3 in your Cork City career mode. I can bloody believe it, because I tell you what, Man City are one of those teams I will always be determined to beat. So... yeah, but at 3-1 down, it wasn't looking great, but thankfully we turned it around. And the real City won. There's only one city in that series, and that's Cork City. And hopefully this season we can finally win a bloody trophy in that career mode. To have gotten to both bloody cup finals in Season 5 and to have lost both of them is probably the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me on the channel. Go on, Azaz, make the run. You should have kept going, lad. Go on, Finn Azaz right off the bench. Suzuki with a save. I need to sign him in a career mode as well at some stage. I think Zion's his first name, or Zion Suzuki, something like that. Really decent goalkeeper. So he's someone I think in FC 27 we'll have to keep an eye out for as Jake O'Brien wins the header. But it's nowhere near the target. Oh, good ball, Maeda. Days Maeda. Drags it probably a little bit too far wide. Oh my god, what's going on there? Get rid of it. Fucking hell. Excuse my language. I am actually making an effort to try and not swear on the channel as much anymore, lads. But sometimes it really gets difficult, especially in recent times on the channel. This game has been testing me, to say the least. I just can't believe we're, what, 3 months away? Oh, crap. We're, what, yeah, we're 3 months away now from the next game. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like that we're, you know, only a few months away from, oh my god, from the next game coming out. Japan take the lead here. Right. What do you think of Martin O'Neill getting the Celtic job for one more season? Good for Martin O'Neill. He did an incredible job coming in, taking over Celtic and getting that league title and the Scottish Cup as well. So, in a way, I think it would have been a nice way for him to bow out. But at the same time, if he can stay for another year and keep that stability there before a long-term manager comes in, then I think that's a good thing. But Martin O'Neill has more than earned a statue outside Celtic Park. I think he'd already earned that anyway before going back, but even more so now with this second spell. Incredible manager, loads of time for Martin O'Neill, so best of luck to him. Best of luck to us at the moment, because we bloody need to get this equaliser. Cullen with the strike, good block there. Back out to Josh Cullen. It's another good block. This game is starting to slip away from us. Oh, crap. Oh, good save. That would have been game, set and match. Martin O'Neill wins everything, including the Champions League, and bows out. I wouldn't complain. Well, I would if he beat United. But other than that, I wouldn't complain. You know what, speaking of that though, again, I was talking about how I'd love to see a team win the World Cup who's never won it before. What a header off the line there by Cullen. Unbelievable stuff. But in the Champions League, if United couldn't win it, I'd love to see a team who's either never won it before or a team like Celtic win it who haven't won it since 1967. That would be really great to see. I shouldn't have skipped that replay. I should have seen how close that was to going over the line. We're coming into the last minute here. It's now or never. Ogbene's done well there. Oh, he's played in. Azaz. He has to score. Finn Azaz. Oh, he's equalised. He's brought it to extra time. It looked like we were about to crash out of not the Champions League, the World Cup, I should say. But Finn Azaz had a thing or two to say about that. A last minute equaliser. Quiveen Kelleher losing his mind there. Oh, excuse me, as I burp mid-sentence. Brilliant run. I didn't think we were gonna get one more chance, but thankfully we have. And you've probably guessed it, lads, my bloody laptop. It's not even the live chat, it's just my laptop acting like a prick now. Oh, it's probably something to do with the fact that it's nearly out of battery. Shit. There we go. Bloody hell, I did not realise it was nearly out of battery. There we go. Right, sorry about that. O'Neill don't face United, beats team who did face United for redemption. Yeah. 2 seconds there now. I need to get the Switzerland game back up. I was wondering why the laptop is going so bloody slow. Did not realise the battery was nearly gone. There we go. We're back up and running. Right, extra time. Okay, Troy Parrott's knackered, but also he's Troy Parrott, so I'm not taking him off. I probably will have to bring on Manning, because Brady is quite tired. I'm going to bring on Smodics for Johnston, because he's not had the best game. And yeah, I'll leave it like that for now. I probably will have to bring on Seamus Coleman as well at some stage, but we'll go with that for now. And let's see if we can advance on through to the quarter-final and match Ireland's best performance in a World Cup. It's going to be a lot easier said than done, because Japan have been really, really difficult here. Nakamura. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to do about that? What am I supposed to do about that? It's a mixture of Japan being brilliant, but also this game being an absolute dickhead. Tokyo going absolutely mad there. I have to say, a lot of those people didn't look very Japanese, but whatever. Look, it is 2026 after all. Yeah, Kelleher, nothing he could do about that. And we fall behind yet again. So even if we do get knocked out, we will give this another attempt. And you know what? I might throw Ireland into a different group in the second attempt. Change it up a little bit. Might throw it into a randomizer and we'll see. We'll see what group we'll take on next time. Group A, of course, would have been the group that Ireland would have been in real life if they had qualified. But look, we'll change it up a bit. for the next playthrough. Oh my god, fucking hell! It's like, is this Japan or is it prime Barcelona? Seriously, like, with passing like that. Ogbene now, come on. Oh, good interception. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. Or the half-time whistle, I should say. He needs plenty of money to spend on new players and sell players Celtic don't need anymore. And England versus Ireland. Well, Ireland know a thing or two about getting results against England in World Cups. And, you know, international tournaments in general. First goal Ireland ever scored in a World Cup was against England. Back in 1990. Okay. Feel like I'll have to change up the formation here. Let's go to 4-2-4. Heck it, we've got nothing to lose. May as well just go for it now. Yeah, 4-2-4. Wait, what? Why isn't that saved? There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Right, so O'Shea, we will take... Oh, did not mean to do that. We will take off O'Shea and we'll bring on... Actually, no, we'll put Azaz there. No, we're going to put Smodics there. We'll take off Azaz, bring on Evan Ferguson. O'Shea can come off for Knight. And let's just bring on Seamus Coleman, because why not? Take off, sorry, not Collins, Scales. Yeah, and let's see how this goes. 15 minutes to grab an equaliser here, bring it to penalties, and penalty shootouts on the channel. We've had fairly decent results. I don't remember losing a penalty shootout in career mode before. I think we've actually done quite well with them overall. But hey, there's a first time for everything. Here's Parrott now. Come on, Smodics. We need a bit more urgency here. Go on, Collins, win that header. Good man. Ogbene. Ferguson. Fresh off the bench. Evan Ferguson right at Suzuki. Oh, another brilliant save there from the Japanese shot stopper. Colin whips it in. Parrott! Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in. Did really well to win that header. Oh, just a bit too high. I think that might be the last chance, lads. Looks like this first attempt... Well, no, sorry, this is technically the second attempt, isn't it? But it looks like it's going to be ending here at the hands of the Japanese. Oh, did Kelleher save that? Yes, he did. Okay, we need to try and win the header from this corner and hit them on the counter. Oh, Manning gives it right bloody back to him. And that's that. Adesa Maeda has sealed it. Japan will be going through to the quarter-final. Ireland's World Cup campaign will be coming to an end here in this second attempt. But you know what? That was a decent game. And look, if we were going to lose to anybody, I'm happy to lose to a country like Japan, who I actually like. So, yeah. How cool would it be if Japan won the World Cup in real life? I wouldn't complain. Would not complain in the slightest. But that run has come to an end. So, okay. We're going to do it with Ireland again, but let's pick a different group. What group will we go with? So Group A is the one we would have been in real life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rest of the groups into a wheel of names. And we will see which one we end up getting. So B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, J, K, L. So let's see what group we're going to be in this second attempt. It's going to be Group E. Interesting stuff. So that is, let's have a look here. Germany, Curacao or Curacao, whoever you say that country, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. So, I feel like Curacao are probably the team we should take out, considering they're the lowest ranked team. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I was going to put them into a wheel of names as well, but no, we'll take them out. And we'll put in Ireland. Of course, Ireland and Ivory Coast have very similar flags. Yeah, Germany. I've lost my bloody live chat, but I can see a chat coming through. Take out Ecuador. I don't know, Ecuador are quite decent. I kind of want it to be a challenge. So we'll take out Curacao because they are correct. Again, I'm probably mispronouncing it, lads. I do apologize. That's another reason why I want to take them out, because I can't pronounce the bloody country properly. But yeah, we'll make it as challenging as possible. Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. So here we go. But I am going to be changing up the team this time because bloody hell, that formation is brutal. Now look, Ireland obviously lack quality in certain areas, especially left back. So I am going to change that up a little bit. Okay, so team sheets. What formation will I go with? I'm not going to go with a 5 at the back anyway. That's a no-go. Do you know what? Maybe this 4-3-1-2, because I don't really think we need to play with wingers. Yeah, I quite like this formation. Yeah, let's go with this one. 4-3-1-2. Oh, excuse me, my apologies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Jake O'Brien at centre-back. Ogbene can go right-back. We're going to go Parrott and Evan Ferguson up front. Seamus Coleman can drop to the bench, and we'll bring in Smodics. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with Taylor there. And maybe Knight can come in for Malumbi. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Knight can come in for Malumbi. Yeah, I like this. And Manning, I'm sorry, you're being dropped. Brady can come in there. Actually, no, Scales. What am I saying? Liam Scales. He can go in there. Put Brady on the bench. Put O'Shea on the bench. Colin. Oh yeah, Colin. Sorry, I knew there was somebody obvious I was forgetting. So we'll take off Egan. Colin can go in there instead of Knight. And we'll put... yeah, I think... actually... Yeah, we'll do that. We can swap Colin and Taylor accordingly if we so wish. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that team. Let's have a look at the player roles. Let's see. So... we don't need 2 box-to-box players. We'll go half winger, so at least we'll have Smodics going out wide if he needs to. We will have Colin on deep lying playmaker. Azaz can be a shadow striker. O'Brien can be the stopper. Ogbene can be a wing back. Scales will just keep as a full back. That's fine. Ball playing goalkeeper just to give him that plus. And yeah, Evan Ferguson can be the poacher. Troy Parrott the advanced forward. Yeah, okay. I'm much happier with this team than I am with that 5 at the back formation. It was a bit too negative for my liking. Ecuador will be the first opponent here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. As the Qatar and Switzerland game is quickly approaching half-time. But we are just getting ready for kickoff here in Atlanta. Really cool stadium here, actually. The Atlanta Stadium. We did play here before in the Real Miami series, which was so much fun, lads. I know it was a bit of a short series, but I loved that series. I really, really did. We actually lost our first game here, though, in that series, so hopefully it's not an omen for what might happen in this game. Ireland up against Ecuador. And let's see if we can get off to a positive start. Well, Smodics gives away the ball straight away, so that's not what we want to see. There's Evan Ferguson now into Troy Parrott, but he loses it as well. This isn't a formation I've used an awful lot. Like, I don't normally like using a formation without wingers, but I just thought it suited the players we have. But Valencia gives Ecuador the lead. Not a great start here, and I'm not watching the replay of that goal. Look, nobody said this was going to be easy. So I do need to keep that in mind. I wish there was a way, though, we could go into the squad selection, because there's a couple of players that aren't in the Irish squad that I would like to call up. Even though they mightn't have the highest ratings, I know I can rely on them. But we have to deal with what we have. But so far, we're not dealing with it very well. There's Troy Parrott. Go on. Oh my god, that was meant for bloody Scales. Or, not Scales, sorry, Smodics. I can somewhat get over misplacing a pass if, you know, the opposition intercepted. But when the ball goes absolutely nowhere near where I wanted it to go, it's even more frustrating. And it's going to be 2-0 here, is it? It should be. Kelleher with the save. Yeah, you know what? I probably should have taken Ecuador out. I probably should have taken Ecuador out of this group. And it's only going to get tougher because we've got bloody Germany coming up as well. And Ivory Coast won't be easy. How the hell are we not losing this game 2-0? Well, look, Ireland have a couple of famous, well, more than a couple of famous results against Germany. Couple of draws, both of those ending 1-1. And then, of course, the famous 1-0 win. Shane Long getting the winner in the Aviva, which will be 11 years ago this year, which is crazy to think. But there have also been times where Germany have battered Ireland 6-1. So, yeah. It could really go... It could go anyway here on the channel. We're either going to get a famous win or we're going to get battered, and there won't really be much of an in-between, as now Colin gives away the ball to Hincapié. Oh, it's a good tackle. Oh, no, apparently it's not. Jake O'Brien with the foul there. Please tell me that was only a yellow. Yeah, I think it was. Okay. Yellow card there for Jake O'Brien. Valencia with the strike, but Kelleher was never going to let that one in. If that went in, I probably would have ended the stream right there and then. Oh, Smodics. Go on, lad. Sammy Smodics. Oh, I fucking knew he was going to lose that. Bloody knew he was going to lose that one. Well done, Jake. Oh, I just realised what the problem is. Oh my god, okay. Evan Ferguson tried to get the equaliser. I just remembered I never adjusted the... What's it called? The gameplay settings. So this is on authentic gameplay at the moment. Oh my god, I knew I was forgetting to do something. And that means this is a 6-minute... We're on 6-minute halves here as well. What the hell was that for a shot? Okay, do you know what? I'm just going to take the L for this game. I'm just going to take the L. I don't care, okay? 3-1. Whatever. I'm not playing on authentic gameplay, lads. I knew something felt off. As we have the battle of the tricolours there after this. Yeah, okay. 6-minute halves, not a bloody hope. And authentic, no. Let's go competitive. That can stay tactical, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that's kind of annoying. But look... Let's just get into this game against Ivory Coast. We lose the first game. We were probably going to lose that game anyway, to be fair. But, yeah. Oh, my God. I was looking up at the... What's it called? The scoreboard. And I was like, how the hell are we only in the 21st minute? And then it dawned on me that I hadn't changed the settings. It's a bit lame that settings don't save. To be fair, there probably is a way of doing it. I just haven't done it. I'll check after we do this. But here we go. Ireland versus Ivory Coast. You have no idea, lads, how much of a big pet peeve it is when someone uses the Ivory Coast flag emoji when they're talking about Ireland. The amount of posts you see on St. Patrick's Day in particular, where people use the bloody Ivory Coast flag, which is orange, white and green, instead of the Irish flag, which is green, white, and orange. It's comical, to be honest with you. But they're another fairly decent team here, Ivory Coast, so this should be an interesting game. But we'll need to win this one because we've got bloody Germany after this. And yeah, I probably will switch to a 5 at the back formation for that game. Oh, Parrott. There we go. Okay, this is a bit better. Azaz. Finn Azaz. Oh, good block. Oh, good ball by Fofana. Here's Ahmad. Ahmad Diallo. Scores against Kevin Kelleher. Not the first time we've seen that. And normally it would make me very happy. But in this instance, nope. You don't like to see that. And I'm sorry, Ahmad in FIFA, he needs to sue EA. Because he is nowhere near as good in the game as he has been in real life. To be fair, last season, not Ahmad's best season. I think he'd admit that himself. But yeah. Never been the biggest fan of him in the game. But of course when I come up against him, he goes and bloody does that. I did consider putting on international management for the Cork City career mode and maybe taking the Ireland job. And the only reason I half thought about it was after I watched Barfy Boy's Bohemian series that he did in FC25, where he also managed Ireland, and I was like, I might do it, but then, no, I'm kind of glad we didn't, to be honest with you. Maybe in FC27 we might do international management again. But in FC26 we opted against it! Ah, Lafont with a really good save there from Evan Ferguson. As we get a corner here, which Azaz is going to take. Oh, Collins underneath that. Oh, Parrott, you should have stuck a leg out. The keeper catches it. They've got a really good team, Ivory Coast. I think some of the African teams get overlooked a lot of the time when coming into tournaments, especially the World Cup, but they've got some very, very good players, especially countries like Ivory Coast and Nigeria, Senegal. They've got so many great players. You kind of forget about it sometimes until you actually come up against them. It's a really underrated continent in terms of some of the talent they've produced. Now, in the Montreal series, we were able to explore a lot of that talent because, of course, a lot of countries in Africa speak French and have French as at least one of their official languages, which was handy to have. I have half thought about doing a similar series where we sign players from only Spanish-speaking countries. That could be quite interesting. Not sure what team I'd want to use. Like, we have a team next year that, let's just say, could work for that transfer policy, but I don't think I'd want to include it for one of the series I have for FC27. But, you know, it could be an option. 5 minutes to go before half time here. Ivory Coast have the lead here, and despite the fact we've had one or two chances, I can safely say they have comfortably been the better team. And again, once again in FC26, they seem to have been possessed by the ghost of 2009 Barcelona. And the referee blows the halftime whistle in a very weird spot there, but I won't complain about it because they were absolutely battering us. Not to forget, Morocco made a semi-final and was so happy to see an African team make the semi-finals after the heartbreak of 2010. Yeah. I think Morocco sometimes, obviously they are in Africa, but I think because it's so close to Spain, I think sometimes they kind of get forgotten about as like an African nation. But yeah, they've got some great talent, a lot of these African countries, as it's half-time in the Qatar and Switzerland game. Do I fancy making any changes here? Let's bring on Knight instead of Taylor. Just because he's slightly higher rated. Oh, well done, Bene. I know I'm going to be quiet here at the moment, lads. I just kind of want to Try and focus on getting this equaliser here for a sec. Azaz, Parrott, come on lad, try Parrott. Oh, how has that not gone in? It's a good save again by Lafont. I thought for a sec it might have just snuck into that bottom corner, but it wasn't to be. We'll take the corner short. Cullen will whip it in. O'Brien goes for the header, but can't win it. Will Collins win it? Yes, he will. Parrott. Oh, should have tried to hit it a bit quicker. Well done, Troy. Good interception. Here's Knight now again. Back to Cullen. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, we give away the ball and they just go right up the other end. And Kelleher somehow makes a brilliant save there and stops it from going in. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be crashing out at the group stage again. For this World Cup, which African team do you think will do the best? Probably Morocco, to be honest with you. I think they, in terms of quality and talent, they've got a really well structured team. I'd have to have a look at the groups again, to be fair. But yeah, hopefully a few of them will do well. Be nice to see some countries from... Oh, Azaz! Oh, how has that not gone in? How has that not gone in? I tell you what, I hope Ivory Coast don't do well, simply for this game alone. But to be fair, I think Ivory Coast actually probably will do well, and in all seriousness, I actually would like to see Ivory Coast perform well. You know, we've got the connection with them, we've got very similar flags, so hopefully they do well, and obviously for Ahmad as well. I think most of the African countries will do well though, because most of them actually do have pretty solid teams, but oh my god, we can't even fucking get the shot off here. We lose it again. If we lose this, I'm not even going to play the Germany game. I'm not even playing the Germany game. There's no point. There's literally no point, because if we lose our opening 2 games, then we're not going to be going through. And if Ivory Coast are doing this to me, I can only imagine what Germany are going to do. And that goes out for a goal kick. Tonight is Morocco versus Brazil. I think Morocco can win that game. With all due respect to Morocco, I kind of hope they don't, because I do want to see Brazil do well. I mean, look, Mazraoui plays for Morocco. So obviously, since he's a United player, I want him to do well, but I do want to see Brazil have a good World Cup. So, yeah, Morocco could win, but I hope they don't. But it should be a good game, though. I'm really looking forward to Netherlands and Japan tomorrow. That's probably the game I'm most excited about this weekend. I think that'll be a cracker. Sammy Smodics goes on the run here. And I think that'll be that. Yeah, Ivory Coast get the win, and I'm not playing the Germany game. I don't care. I don't care. You can't make me play it. You can't make me play it. Who does Ivory Coast have besides Ahmad? Sangara is a good player for them. Ndika at the back. Who else do they have? Let's actually get up their team. There's definitely somebody obvious I'm forgetting. But if we go here, Ivory Coast national team. Try and get up their squad. Doué, of course, as well. He's another great player for them. Yeah, they've got some very decent players. Again, I'd expect, you know, when you look at this group, obviously Ireland aren't in the group in real life, but Curacao don't have a prayer getting out of that group. Germany, Ecuador, Ivory Coast, I think all 3 of them will go through, because I think whoever comes third in that group will be one of the better performing third place teams. Just show me the bloody squad. So yeah, they've got Alban Lafont in goal, who I think is actually French born, but plays for the Ivory Coast. He's of Ivory Coast descent. They've got Diomande, Doué, Singo, Ndika, some very good defenders there. Fofana's a good midfielder. Kessie, very experienced midfielder. And then, yeah, going forward, Diamande, Ahmad, Bonnie, Adingra, Pepe, Gasson. Yeah, they've got some brilliant, brilliant options. So, yeah, I hope they do well. Even though I'm a little bit bitter that they've just beaten me there. So, let's sim this game against Germany. See what happens. Oh my god! Oh my god. Ireland have just beaten Germany. Yet again. Evan Ferguson and Finn Azaz with the 2 goals there. Which meant Musiala's goal in the 85th minute was merely a consolation. That is absolutely incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Please tell me we've... Come on. Oh my god, that is so typical. We beat Germany. We actually end up finishing 3rd. But we end up getting knocked out. Honest to God. Ah, wouldn't you just know it? Right, so actually, yeah, let's go into settings here. This is where I should be able to change. Yeah, so let's go half length, 3 minutes. Competitive gameplay. Tactical. Hopefully that'll save for our next... Okay, I'm going to test something out here for the next playthrough of the tournament. So, I'm going to go back into Group A. Let's go back to Group A. But I'm going to sim all the group games. I just want to see... I just want to see what happens. So what's this? Attempt 3? 4? Whatever it is? But we're going to sim the games, because that's... not the first time I've seen an incredible result like that in a game that's been simmed in this World Cup mode. So let's see what actually happens here. So, South Africa. I'm not going to change anything. South Africa here. Let's give it a quick sim. 2-1 win. Okay, lovely stuff. So, it'll be Mexico up next, won't it? Yeah. So, Ireland against Mexico. Quick sim. Okay, Mexico beat us 3-1. Fair. And it's Korea up next. We'll quick sim this as well. And it's a 1-1 draw. Okay. 4 points. I feel like that should be enough. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, Belgium. Of course it's fucking Belgium. Never mind the rivalry we have with Belgium on the channel. Belgium battered Ireland in Euro 2016. Okay, I am going to play this one. But again... let me just actually... okay, let me just make sure those settings did actually save. Okay, for some reason the gameplay one isn't saving. But we'll change that now to competitive. I am going to change up the formation, lads. I'm sorry. At this 5 at the back, I can't be dealing. I cannot be dealing. Actually, no. We will stick with a 5 at the back. But we won't play with wingers because we just don't have the quality in that position. So Ogbene goes there. Evan Ferguson, you can get on there. Coleman can come in for... we'll just take Travers off the bench. Colin comes in for Vale. And we'll take Malumbi out of the team. We'll put Knight in there. Or will we put in Brown or Knight? Who's quicker? Yeah, Knight. Okay, we'll keep Knight in there. Manning, you are most certainly not starting. We'll bring in Brady. Oh no, Scales. You'd think I'd remember the bloody team by now. But Scales can come in. He does alright at left back, to be fair. And actually, will I play Smodics instead of Knight? Yeah, we'll put Sammy Smodics in there. So, fullback, yes. Oop, did not mean that. We'll go wing back for Ogbene. Stopper for Jake O'Brien, who I'm actually going to play as the sweeper. So we'll play him in the middle. Smodics can be the half winger. Colin will have as more of a holding player. Azaz. Yeah, shadow striker. Parrott advance forward. Evan Ferguson the target forward. Ball playing goalkeeper. Yeah, let's go with that. See how we get on. And up against Belgium. To quote Filthy Frank, no one gives a shit about Belgium. I nearly said a slightly more offensive word there, but I won't. I say slightly more. All I was going to say was fuck. I made that sound like I was going to say something really bad. Fuck was the word I was going to say. But let's hope we fuck up these Belgian pricks. Belgium versus the Channel. You think you're special, yeah. Well, we saw a throwback of that yesterday in the Cork City Career Mode, coming up against a Belgian team in the Champions League. Thankfully, we did get the job done, but in typical Channel fashion, we didn't make it easy for ourselves. Right. Enough of the pleasantries. Let's get into it. Belgium versus Ireland here in the World Cup. Let's try and get revenge for Euro 2016. Which is the only game of that tournament that Ireland didn't actually play well in, so at least there's that. We played better against France in that tournament than we did against bloody Belgium. But that was a very good Belgian team, to be fair. Not to say that it wasn't a good French team. Listen, they got to the bloody final. But that Belgian team was very, very decent. And this one is as well. But I feel like it's beatable. I think it's a beatable team. Because I've said that, they're probably going to beat me like 6-0 now or something. Here's Azaz. Out to Cullen. Oh, lovely. Ogbene, make the run. Cheeto. Ogbene! Ah! Should have been 1-0. That should have been the opening goal there. It was a really well-worked chance. But a good bit of defending has stopped us from taking the lead. What a ball that is by Kevin De Bruyne. Class is permanent. When it comes to him, bloody hell, Lukaku wins the header. But right into the arms of Kevin Kelleher. We'll throw that one out to Ogbene. There's Josh Cullen now. Finn Azaz. Smodics. Parrott. Troy Parrott! Yet again! And this time he does it against the Belgians. Beautiful stuff. And of course... Oh no, never mind. I thought we'd lost the live chat there for a second. It's a really, really well worked goal. Sammy Smodics as the half winger is working really well. Parrott, of course, we have as more of an advanced forward, with Ferguson alongside him as more of a target forward. Yeah, this system seems to be working really well. I was kind of against the 5 at the back formation at first, and then I think I realised I don't necessarily think it's the 5 at the back that's costing us. I think it's more the fact that we're playing a formation with wingers when we don't really have many or any kind of, standout wingers in this team. I think Ogbene does better as like a wing back. Scales is doing quite well in that position, and Smodics as that centre midfielder who can drift out wide is playing really well. He's played in Parrott here again. Oh, I was looking for Ferguson there. I think it actually might have been Knight he was looking for. Oh, here's Lukaku. See Amram is favourite for the AC Milan job. Well, AC Milan get used to finishing 15th and having a manager who's so stubborn that he won't change his system even when, clearly it does work when you do change it. Now, look, Ruben Amram, look, I wish him well wherever he goes, but I've said it before, as Lukaku nearly equalises there. He's the one United manager I just never fully connected with. So, yeah, AC Milan might suit him better, but... I mean, from what I heard, Glasner was getting that job, which I thought would have been a good move for him. I think they'd be better off going with Oliver Glasner as well. Oh, lovely turn there by Troy Parrott. Oh, Evan Ferguson. Oh, brilliant stuff. Oh, surely he's being pulled back there, ref. Surely he was being pulled back. What's happened? Oh, it's half-time. I thought he'd given a foul there. Half-time, though. 1-0 up here against the Belgians. So far, so good here. Yeah, Trossard with a very slow game, to the point where I didn't even realise he was on the pitch. Sorry, I've got a very itchy foot here at the moment, lads. There we go. Yeah, I think this system is working really well, though. The 5-2-1-2. But let's get into the second half, and see if we can finish off the job. I want to at least get to a semi-final in this stream. I really, really do. See, it's annoying because I keep thinking this is the last 16, but it's the bloody round of 32. That extra round keeps throwing me off. They've got a very strong midfield. Tielemans, Onana, De Bruyne. Lukaku still up front, who can be a little bit hit and miss in the game. Oh, and he misses that time. Thank goodness me, what a save by Kelleher. Who is proving his worth on the channel yet again. Decent ball. But Parrott can't get there. Clock is running down really fast though, which is good to see. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Yeah. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, he's put it wide of the post. I'd almost accepted that that was going to be an equaliser, but thankfully the chance was missed. And who knows, lads, it looks like we actually might be about to do this. A famous victory against Belgium here for Ireland. Could be on the cards. I feel even more confident if we can get the second goal. It's fine, Troy. Hold it up, that's grand. We're not the ones in a rush to score a second goal. Or to score a goal in general, I should say. So we can just keep passing this around. Run down the clock. And if we can create a chance and get the second goal, then fantastic. Ogbene. Azaz. On the turn. Azaz. Oh, Courtois with the save. But that's fine. 20 minutes to go now. We get the corner. They're making a change here. Oh, Jeremy Doku. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he has torn me apart so many times on the channel, especially in recent times. Kid did the 6-7 meme during the Qatar national anthem. Must be a big Casemiro fan. Smodics. Go on, lad. Oh, for a second I thought that might have been sneaking in. Okay, I think it might be time to make some changes. I'm going to take off Ogbene. Let's put O'Brien there. And we'll bring on... actually, what we'll do is we'll put Scales there. And bring on Brady. Smodics can come off for Knight. And... I'll bring on Adamida as well, actually, for Troy Parrott. Who's... Actually, no, we'll keep Troy Parrott on. We'll take off Evan Ferguson. And let me just change some of the player roles here. So we don't need O'Brien as a wing-back. Actually, he gets a plus there, in fairness. But I'm going to go full-back. I don't need him going too far forward. And I think we'll keep everything else the same, apart from Jason Knight here. Box-to-box, I think that makes sense. Brady can be a wing-back. There we go. So let's see if these changes can help us hold on to this lead here. Oh. Oh, good tackle there by Robbie Brady. Showing a bit of experience there. Lovely stuff. Adamida. Have a go. Adamida! Ah, Courtois with a really good save. Probably should have given Adamida more of a run in the first through attempts here on the stream. Again, another player that's come up clutch so many times on the channel. Oh, Lukaku is offside. Not only does he have a terrible first touch, he also can't time his runs. Again, Liam Scales being number 9 keeps throwing me off, because every time I see it, I'm like, why is there a striker playing in my defence? It's really annoying. And then I go, oh no, that's just Liam Scales, who, for some reason, has been given the number 9. And I didn't give him that number, that's the number he's been assigned in the game, and I can't change it for some reason. Oh, good ball. Parrott, oh, looking for Ida. Cleared away, only 2 minutes to go though. Just hold on to it. Okay, do you know what? Just go back to Kevin Kelleher. That's fine. 2 added minutes. Lukaku chasing him down, but he's not going to get there. And it looks like we've done it. We've beaten Belgium here. Troy Parrott's first half goal was enough, and we are through to the last 16. And Belgium have been extinguished here for the second time in 24 hours here on the channel, which is great to see. Cork City beating La Louvre in the Champions League in yesterday's episode. Sorry if you haven't seen it yet, spoilers. But anyways, and now Ireland have beaten Belgium here in the World Cup. And Canada beat USA 3-0. Great results all around. Let me guess, we're going to play Canada again. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. For the second time, we're going to be playing Canada. And because we've already played them once, I'm not going to sim this game, but I am going to play the highlights of this game at, again, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And if we win this, then it'll be our best run so far. So let's see if we can get the job done. They're going to get things kicked off, but who is going to get the first attack of the game? It's going to be Canada. First highlight of the game, I should say. Canada get the corner, which Miller is going to take. The man who plays for Hull City in real life. Good header away, but it's out to Alistair Johnston, the Celtic man. Oh, good block. And Colin gets there, but we're not going to get the counter-attack. But we are going to get the next highlight, though, which is a counter-attack. Smodics. Parrott. Go on, Evan Ferguson. Good man. Come on, come on, come on. Azaz. Parrott. Go on, Troy. Ah, good interception there by Cornelius, who plays for Rangers in real life, I think. We're already in the second half. And Canada will get the first attack. Oh, we might have to take him out. Might have to take him out. Oh, well done, Scales. Okay, we're going to get the counter. Cullen. Up to Smodics. Get the advantage, but we'll keep playing on. That's fine. Ferguson. Oh, what do you mean lost ball? We were still going. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, we get a corner, which, honestly, they may as well have just given Canada the highlight because we never seem to do much from corners. We're going to whip it in anyway. Nowhere near Troy Parrott. But the highlight hasn't ended. Oh, now it has. Oh, okay. 2 minutes left. Troy Parrott. Adam Ida's come off the bench there as well, as you can see. And here he is. Ida, the man from Douglas, gets absolutely clattered off the ball there. What do you mean 1-0 Canada? What the fuck do you mean 1-0 Canada? I'm sorry, what's happened there? Canada did not score. Oh my god, it's the Montreal screw job, except this time it's the Canadians doing the screwing. I don't bloody believe it. Literally, there was no attack where Canada scored. Okay, well that's fucking annoying. I probably should have just played it, to be fair. Who would we have played? Uruguay is who we would have gotten in the quarterfinal. Oh my god. Yeah, we've been knocked out by some absolute fucking bullshit there. Okay. I'm gonna go back into the same tournament. And I'm gonna sim this game. If we lose, we lose. But if we win, then we'll keep playing in this playthrough. And we win on penalties. Lovely stuff. It's a 2-2 draw. Collins and Troy Parrott getting the goals there. And we score all of our penalties. Canada missing their third penalty there. Yeah, the third penalty. And we go through. And it's Colombia we're going to be playing. So Uruguay get knocked out. So quite literally the opposite results to what happened in the first playthrough. So let's see here. So it's going to be Netherlands against France. And it's going to be either Japan or Senegal against either Korea or England, Spain or Turkey against Iran or Portugal. But look, we'll worry about that later on. Let's focus on our next game here, up against Colombia. And I actually am going to put the green and yellow just doesn't seem to complement. It doesn't seem to complement each other on the pitch. It's not necessarily a kick clash. It's just like it just doesn't look right on the pitch, is what I should say. Yeah, I know they're both, they both kind of look green, but two different shades of green, so I can deal with that. Let me just make sure my bench is looking okay. Yeah, it is. Am I happy with that? Yes, I am. But I'll be even happier here if we can get the result here and get to the quarterfinal. World Cup tournament seems very difficult to play. It is a bit of a challenge. Now, to be fair, we are playing with Ireland, so that's also going to make it difficult. And obviously we did a stream last week where we used a couple of different teams. With Japan we did quite well. We didn't do so well with Mexico. And we were playing with England, where we were doing okay apart from the first game, but I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't continue playing with England. So, 2 seconds there now. There we go. So yeah, I made sure that we played with Ireland here in this playthrough. Right, we get things kicked off here. Can we get to the quarterfinals of the 2026 World Cup? Colombia won't be an easy opponent. And the likes of Luis Diaz and who else? James Rodriguez, of course, will still be playing, wouldn't he? Oh, good ball. Azaz cuts it back to Cullen. Terrible strike. I might play as Argentina. Lads, I'm not getting annoyed, but you don't need to retract your messages. I will eventually get to them. If I don't read them out straight away, I'm not ignoring them, I just haven't gotten to them yet. It's just that, yeah. As long as you're not saying anything bad, please do not feel like you have to retract the message. Oh, here is Luis Diaz now, who Liverpool were foolish to let go of as well. I think that was a really bad decision selling him. He's done really well at Bayern Munich. And when you look at some of the players Liverpool have brought in since Diaz left, it looks even worse in hindsight. But I always thought he was a decent player. I mean, I was glad he left, because obviously I don't like Liverpool. As speaking of Liverpool, Kelleher makes a good save there. Another player I was glad to see leave Anfield. He's done really well since going to Brentford. And yeah, Kelleher. Like, Kelleher was too good of a keeper to be not playing every week. So, yeah, he made the right choice. Moving on from Merseyside. Oh. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to bring Kelleher out that much. Oh, it's hit the bar. Oh, my God. How's that not gone in? He tried to fish and chip me. But the crossbar, thankfully, came to our rescue there. We got away with that one. I probably shouldn't have brought Kelleher out as quickly as I did. But in the end, it did work out. Oh, lovely bit of football. Azaz into Parrott. Oh, well done. Troy Parrott. Have a go. Troy Parrott. Oh! Azaz is offside. Oh, Troy Parrott nearly scores an absolute screamer. It hits the post. And Finn Azaz. Yeah, he was never going to be onside from there. Let's see this again from Parrott. Is it going to show the shot? Yeah, it is. Not the best angle. Finn Azaz then thinking he's Robin Van Persie there with that diving header. But the flag went up straight away. And I have no complaints. He was a mile offside. He may as well have been playing in Ireland. He was that far offside. I'm sure Messi isn't high rated in this tournament. I really don't know. I haven't played as Argentina yet. We haven't even come up against Argentina so far. Diaz. Oh, good save. How the hell is this game still 0-0? Oh, that's brilliant. Finn Azaz. Go on, play him in. Oh, lucky. Been a competitive game though. I've enjoyed it. Still nothing to separate the two teams. But when it comes to Messi and Ronaldo in the game these days, Diarmid, they're not that high rated anyway, just because the two of them, you know, obviously they're both older now and, you know, coming towards the end of their careers, so that is going to be reflected in their rating as well, unfortunately. Is the ref going to blow the whistle here? I could really do with the whistle blowing right now, ref. Come on, surely they played it too far back. Hernandez. No. 1 minute you've added on, and you let them play into the fucking 4th minute, you dickhead. Typical stuff. Typical. That's FC26 in a nutshell. And I know it's a minimum of 1 minute, not a maximum, but still. The ball was fairly far away from our box there, and the referee still allowed it to play on. And we end up conceding. I knew that was coming as well. I bloody knew it was. I think if we get knocked out here, then we might leave the stream there, lads. We'll see. This might be the last playthrough. Just because, I'll be honest, I'm getting kind of tired. And I do want to be alert for that Brazil game, so I have to try and grab some caffeine. Oh, it's 2-0. Yeah, I think that's going to be that, lads. We'll play the rest of this game. We will. Just on the off chance that we might get back into it. But, yeah. It's looking like last 16 is going to be our furthest, or the furthest, I should say, we get with Ireland in this stream. Which isn't terrible, to be fair. But I was really hoping we could get to a quarter-final. But it's looking less and less likely. Finn Azaz with the strike. Oh, I thought it had gone in. I thought he'd snuck it in there. Let's see this again. Parrott ducks out of the way. It's inches away from sneaking in. But just goes wide of the post. Literally just wide. Go on, Jake, win the header. Okay. Smodics into Azaz. Troy Parrott on the turn. Azaz! Good save by the keeper. Smodics finds Ferguson. Get in! 2-1. Brilliant finish there by Evan Ferguson. Okay, it may not be over yet. Do I make some subs now? That's the question. It's a really good ball. I think that was by Sammy Smodics. Evan Ferguson couldn't have hit that one any better, really. And Ireland are back in it. Okay, let's have a quick look at the bench. Don't really know. Do you know what? I'm going to bring on Brady. And we'll make him an attacking... Yeah, we'll make him a wing-back. Is what we'll do. And do you know what? Cullen will have as a deep-lying playmaker. Don't really... Look, we're losing this game, so you don't really need to have too many defensive options. Can I make Jake O'Brien go up a bit more forward? Yeah, the stopper actually will do fine. We don't need to change that. That's all good. Robbie Brady comes on here now, hopefully to make a difference. I was really disappointed back in the day when United sold Robbie Brady. Because it had been a while. Well, not a while. I suppose John O'Shea had only played a couple of years earlier. But, you know, it looked like Robbie Brady could have been the next great Irish player to play for United. So I was a little bit disappointed when we did get rid of him. But he's had a decent enough career for himself since leaving Old Trafford. But, yeah. It's been a while since United have had a decent Irish player. And when I say Irish, I mean, you know, Republic of Ireland. Obviously, Johnny Evans came back to the club for a couple of seasons there and did pretty decent for someone of his age. Zogbene. Go on. Ferguson. Oh, no, it was Azaz. Azaz, he was trying to find Parrott. He couldn't get there. And Parrott loses it then, again in the end. It's James Rodriguez now. Luis Diaz. Oh, well done, Jake. Smodics. Go on, Finn Azaz. Troy Parrott. Oh, brilliant. Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott. Oh, what a finish by Troy Parrott. And we have come from 2-0 down. Oh, I'm glad we played the rest of this game now and that we didn't jump to result. That's a really good finish too. A brilliant comeback. We have to see this again. I didn't think that ball was going to get through to him. His so-called weaker foot lobs it over the keeper. Let's see, this is the perfect angle. Oh, that's a beautiful finish. What a player he is, Troy Parrott, both in real life and in the game. He's absolutely incredible. And he's gotten us back on level terms here. Never a dull moment indeed, JJ. Been a while since we've actually said that on the channel. I think it's the first time we've said it on this stream, and I'll tell you what, let's hope that we have another not-so-dull moment here. Can we get the winner? Oh, Parrott loses it. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, all that hard work to get back in the game. And Suarez, with 5 minutes to go, might have just killed this comeback. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, okay, Azaz is knackered. He's okay, Smodix is tired as well. I was going to put Smodix at the 10 and take Azaz off. Okay, Knight can come on for... Do you know, I think Smodix feels better than Azaz at the moment, so I'm going to keep Smodix on and bring on Knight for Azaz. I'm going to bring on Adam Ida. I know Ferguson did score in this game, but Ida, I just feel like he'll do a bit better off the bench. And do you know what? Because it might be the last time I'll use him, I'm just gonna bring on Seamus Coleman, because why not? Maybe he can bring a bit of experience here in these last 5 minutes to spur us on and get another equaliser. But it looks like this might be where it comes to an end for this stream, lads. Colin, go on, lad. Nice. Yeah, looks like it's good night for us. But we've given it a decent effort here. I mean, Colombia shouldn't have been allowed to have played on for as long as they did in that first half. But we're not going to get a chance here, ref, are we? No, we're not. You couldn't bloody blow the whistle quick enough, could you? And we crash out of the World Cup yet again here. But that was a fun game. It was a fun game. Probably the best game we've played in this stream. How long have we been streaming for? 2 hours and 25 minutes. Christ, that's flown by, lads. It really has. But I tell you what, I am getting a bit knackered. So I need to get some caffeine into me for when, or to prepare for when the Brazil game starts. 2 seconds there now. Before we wrap things up, I'll just make sure I have everything up in front of me here. There we go. So yeah, I think that's going to do me for tonight, lads. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. In terms of when I'll be back on here, hopefully at some stage over the next week or so, because initially I was going to do a live career mode on FC26. That was the plan for this week, actually. I won't reveal the team. I won't reveal the team just yet, because I probably will end up doing it in FC27. But just to give you a heads up, that's why we're not doing the live career mode on here. I just feel like it's a bit too late into the FC26 life cycle, and I probably wouldn't be able to give it the time it deserves. So we'll wait until FC27 comes out. But I do want to get on and do more live streams here in the lead up to the new game coming out. Easy for me to say. So yeah, if you have any ideas for live streams, please do let me know. We'll probably come back on and play the Worlds game again at some stage. Do it with a few different teams. So yeah. Listen, once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope the rest of your weekend goes well. And I'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Take care.